Welcome back to another video on the Compounding Passive Income channel, and I am your host, the Passive Income Poet. And per usual, we will start with haiku number 1, not your financial advisor. Do your own research. I'm just a dude on YouTube, not finance advice. And for your poetry pleasure, we will do another original verse. It's original verse number 2. Your dislikes hurt, and I'm sorry. I do my best to provide content for you. Your dislikes hurt, and I'm sorry. I try to write verse that isn't poo. Your dislikes hurt, and I'm sorry. I give you my all and put my heart on the line. Your dislikes hurt, and I'm sorry. My poetry will age like very fine wine. Your dislikes hurt, and I'm sorry. Protocols come and protocols go. Your dislikes hurt, and I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I'm not your hoe. Your dislikes hurt, and I'm sorry. For absolutely nothing! Listen, the dislikes only help me, folks. And I'm not even trying to grow the channel. That's not my purpose. I'm just trying to help. If I can help one person, that's it. You're going through the whole exercise of trying to throw some shade at me, or shade and hate, and it doesn't even matter. But hey, listen, I'm living rent-free in your heads. Like, dislike away, it doesn't matter. It's all good. It is all good in the hood. And I'm just out here, like I said, trying to produce content. I'm not your friend. I'm not your financial advisor. Do your own research. And again, like, dislike, you're all welcome to do whatever it is you like. It's not that big of a deal. And again, it really doesn't hurt me. It makes me laugh. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that verse. Anyway, let's talk about this, because I know that people are going to hate my poem here. They're going to hate me price predicting here, and it's not me price predicting. I'm just asking the question and trying to put some perspective around, you know, this protocol and what's going to happen here. So did this last week, and we compared it to cake, right? Pigs and drip to cake. So we're going to do the same thing here for ETH and BTC, the top two coins in crypto. So let's do this. Let's get right into this. Oh, there's my faucet. Let's get over here. We'll cover that a little bit later. All right, so I went for drip in terms of, you know, let's go ETH first. ETH, if drip had the same market cap as ETH, it'd be worth 103,000 based on 2,500,000 of market cap. Am I saying it's going to get there? I am not. You know, I'm not saying that at all. But if it did, if this became as big as ETH, and I don't think it will, but that's what we'd get. Let's just say that it got the same market cap as Bitcoin. And this thing keeps jumping around here a little bit too, right? So it'd be worth 244,899. Am I saying it's going to get there? I am not. So just, again, doing the comparisons if they had the same market cap, right? Do I think that drip is a better protocol than ETH? No, even though I'm not an ETH fan, I don't think so. I mean, basically, ETH has the network effect, right? I mean, it's been around for a while. So many developers are developing on it, and we're not there yet, and we haven't even launched, which I'll cover in a second. So I don't think it'll get there. Now, I will say that I think that the whole drip network and the Animal Farm is a much better protocol and has a much better use case than Bitcoin. I will say that for sure, even though, you know, people say, you know, Bitcoin has a store of value, but you can ask those folks who bought in when it was at 69,000 versus the 19,000 it's at right now. Talk to them ask them their opinion about the store of value there. So I'm not laughing at anybody who got wrecked buying in at 69,000, you know, and I'm not telling you to go buy in anything at all, because again, not your financial advisor. So all right, let's do this. Now, this is where people are going to really get mad even more so. Let's go back to Ethereum, and let's cover AFP. And the price there will apply the current. Okay, so if it hit the same market cap, if Pigs hit the same market cap as Ethereum, it'd be worth 429,869 you know, dollars in terms of you know, its price per token if it had ETH's market share. If it had Bitcoins, all right, get ready to get even more mad at me. $1 million, right? So 1,019,990. All right, so get mad at me. Do it if you want to. Dislike the video. Your dislikes hurt. They hurt you, not me. You're the one wasting your time watching my crappy videos and clicking the dislike button. So anyway, click away. Anyway, I know people don't like this, but again, I'm not price predicting. I'm just talking to you about what could potentially happen with Drip and the Animal Farm. You know, it's not anywhere close to where it's going to be if and when this thing actually launches, right? And I'll cover that in just a second. I'm just saying that I think that if it goes well, if you actually can pull it off and get this thing launched reasonably soon, and people start making money again, I think it's got some legs to run, and that's all I'm saying. Where it goes or where it stops, I don't know, but I'm saying that you know, again, I don't think that we're there yet. All right, moving on. All right, so the good, the bad. There is no bad. Actually, it's just the good and the ugly of the AF launch. There's no bad. There's no in between. And again, cue more hate here, you know, but I told you, because I don't you know, enable comments. I'm not shilling you guys trying to share my butter referral or anything, so I can speak freely about this protocol or any protocol. Again, I'm not a drip maxi. I've never claimed to be. However, all right, so let's talk about the ugly. Listen, we go through this all the time, and I you know, a couple months ago, I suggested that he get rid of BB a long time ago, and again, I know it's uncomfortable for him because he probably is used to working with them, but Forex needs to hire a group of developers so that he's not dependent on any one developer at all, and they should all have cross-functioning responsibilities, right? So that if you lose one or one gets hit by a bus, they can keep the protocol, you know, somebody can keep the protocol going and not hold them captive, like I think it kind of sounds like BB is. So maybe he's not in, you know, directly, but listen, if you have a huge launch like this and you're a partner and you're supposed to be developing this thing, you don't take vacation 2 weeks before the launch. That's just unheard of. I've been doing, you know, project program managing over huge multi-million-dollar projects for a long time, and that never should have happened at all. And so that Forex owns that. Bottom line, plain and simple. Second thing I'm going to say about it, it's ugly because of everyone's talked about this. I'm not going to beat this, you know, to death. But all the advertising, which again, I wasn't a big fan of doing. You shouldn't be doing that kind of advertising until this thing is live. It makes no sense, especially with the track record he has of launching on time. It's a colossal waste of money. I don't feel like it was that effective. I think he needs to relook at the marketing manager as well, because again, I was underwhelmed with the whole marketing, you know, aspect of this whole thing, right? I really am, and it's just so unprofessional in terms of not launching when he did, for whatever the reason. He owns this. He put the date out there. He's the one who missed it at the end of the day, and he owns this. So, you know, again, and here's the last thing I'm going to say about the ugliness of the launch. I'm sorry, but you know, the whole drip liberation being the issue. If you have a test manager, which I don't think that they do, right? You need to have, basically, here's the whole SDLC, right? The software development lifecycle, right? You go through, you know, hashing out requirements, getting sign off on that, and there's this whole litany of things. But when you get to testing, there's unit testing. So as you make changes, hopefully, it sounds like from the message that I heard from Legacy 7 Crypto, which is, you know, Mike is an OG and a good guy. Go follow him as well. I'll leave his link in the description. But you've got to have unit testing that takes place. You've got to have a good test manager, right, who, you know, and basically put together a test plan. And there's no reason at all, in my mind, why everything should have been tested, including the drip liberation. Whenever you're going live with a huge launch like this, you have to have a test manager with a test plan with specific test cases that checks off all the blocks before you even get here. You can't just show up the morning of and be like, oh, the drip liberation, you know, isn't working, so we have to pause it. That's garbage, man. That's just poor. That's just poor development, poor, you know, test planning, and having a test plan and a test manager, if you even have one. That stuff should have all been done during this last 8 months. So again, I'm just underwhelmed with that aspect of, you know, the ability of that team to launch something on time. And I heard also this morning from Mike on Legacy 7 Crypto that Forex posted a message saying that It's not going to launch this Tuesday after you promised another missed deadline. Again, doing it again. Man, you got to get your act together, because this, if you want this thing to catch up to Drip, or to ETH and BTC, man, you got to do much better than this. Otherwise, no one's going to take this whole protocol, Drip or Animal Farm, seriously. This is just a huge fail. It is ugly. Now, let's move on to the good. Because again, I don't want to be. He's been beaten up a ton. I know he's feeling the pressure. You know, again, I think that he's a good guy. I just don't think that he's not shored up his weaknesses. I'll just put it that way. And again, it's been evident with this major misfire and fail. So, but I do applaud him. Although again, another big thing that shouldn't happen the day of or even after in terms of launching a huge change like this, which I have a feeling this thing is going to be delayed maybe another month. If it gets out this next week, I'll be shocked. A week from this Tuesday earliest, I think, because he's already hedging for Thursday, which means that he's not going to get it done and out the door. He already knows that there's so much to do here. I sincerely doubt. I will be shocked and pleasantly surprised if it launched by this week, but I think at the earliest it's going to be a week from Thursday. But you are from Tuesday. But you do not make a major change like this right at that time. You make it for, you know, an upgrade, or, you know, that's when a new release. That's when you add that type of thing in. Even though it's more work, but at least you can plan around and get this project up and off the ground. So, but that being said, changing and swapping out earning pigs in the Drip BUSD pool, or farm rather, is huge and awesome, and I love it because I'm a big piggy bank guy, right? And so JC Crypto is just cringing right now because he's going to have to reevaluate that piggy bank, and because this whole strategy is probably and shout out to JC Crypto and Mikey from CryptoZoa, again, miss you guys, but this thing is going to really force people, and I think it's good to look at a different way to earn pigs. And I think that with that whole penalty for selling dogs early like it is, it's an overall positive and a win for the whole community. So anyway, that is the only saving grace of this thing. I will be shocked and surprised if they get it up before a week from Tuesday. I really would be, just based on, I mean, again, we're already missing it's not even Tuesday yet, and we're already missing the deadline for Tuesday after all of this, you know, run around. So it is what it is. If you're in this, it's high risk. You should know that. If it goes and takes off, I mean, it'll be a home run for all of us, but we got nothing. We got some protocols that are working. Drip's still paying, you know. Piggy Bank's still paying, even though kind of not really, because it's going down. Garden's not, because it's all dependent on the Animal Farm being fully functional. So I'm just accumulating right now, even though my value that I'm getting is not that great right now, and it's really kind of hanging in the balance on if Forex Shark can actually develop without BB. That's the big test, and I've mentioned this before in the prior video. So anyway. Gonna let this go. Gonna show my wallets to all my wallet warriors. I did, by the way, do something this week. I have a strategy for my Drip wallet that every time I have I have sub wallets here for Drip, right? I have one for Healing the D, which is the original name of the channel, where I'm using that to donate to charities in Detroit. And then I have a third Drip wallet that's just for me. And that one hit 100, and so I wait until my main wallet or my sub wallets hit 100 before I start a new one. So I started a new one, and I have 4 Drip wallets. 3 are personal, and then that's the 5th one that you see here. One is a family member, one is a another person in the family, and then the other 3 are mine. So my team, I now have a team wallet here as well. But anyway, that's kind of a milestone. But you can see here. I'm moving up here. I should hit 1,300 Drip here this week for sure. Actually, by tomorrow I will for sure. So that's another nice little milestone here. I'll show you I love this feature in the Drip.formulate.finance, another good tool. Give this guy a little bit of money so you can use this tool. But again, I think I'll be at my next goal. I want to hit 2,400, which means that I'll be making 1 Drip an hour, right? And that's going to be in a little bit less than 70 days, right? So, again, it is what it is. But that's a good target for me to have. It should be before the end of the year, which will be really nice. And waking up every morning and earning that 1% passively, baby. 1% I'm earning while I'm sleeping, right? Anyway. So that's where we are with Drip. Show you kind of the calculator here. Move on over to piston, or actually, yeah, we'll move on over to piston. You know, it's doing what it's doing. It's a buck something, you know, and again, I'm not losing money because I already earned money when I cashed out some, and you covered ROI back early in the early days of this launch because I got in on the first two, but I'm at 617, and I have a secondary one, but I'm probably not investing much more into piston token at this point in time. All right, now let's check out actually we'll go to the pig pen. And this is where I am right here. I have 22.9 pigs, and I'm getting ready after tomorrow to start my piggy bank strategy round 5. And that will, actually it'll be not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. I'll, record it because the first is in the middle of the week, so I'll record that section, then record my video on Sunday. Show you guys where we're at there. I have no idea where this thing is going to be, just based on all the price fluctuation, the contract, and how much I'll be able to get in terms of my next 2 piggy banks of 57 weeks and 156 weeks. But you'll see it live in 2 weeks from today. But again, I'm still anticipating getting close to a half a pig when I actually do this, which will bump me up, to, again, 23 and some change here. So, and then let's go to the piggy bank. Again, I think I mentioned here, I'll just show you this right here. I'm at 80,000, or 80, I'm sorry, not 80,000, 80 million pigs. I am, let's see, my little handy dandy. I'm earning, I'm earning about, I don't know, close to 3 million pigs. This is off because I let it run for an extra 4 hours just because I missed my timing of it yesterday, and I'm going to let it go till 8 o'clock today. So it's a little bit off here, but I'm still hitting my 24-hour period here to claim it. But I think I'll be close to 3 million piglets a day that I'm earning on this bad boy. And again, I really am excited that this whole change is taking place if we can get it up soon. I'm a little bit frustrated and just irritated that it's been this many months and capital's been locked up and we can't seem to get this done, and now we're adding new major, he says it's not major, but it's major, major changes like this and at the timing of it. So but anyway, it is what it is. And then again, another great tool here you guys can see is DeFi Buddy. It's defi-buddy.com. I like this layout of things and the stats and the information that it shows here. I'll go a little bit slower so you guys can kind of see, where things are in terms of all my piggy banks, as well. And you guys can pause this as you will to kind of see where things are. So anyway, that, my friends, is going to do it. And I'll show you, I'll show you my stats here on drip.formula.com in terms of my garden. Again, tomorrow I will be at 6 million piglets, and I'll show you my stats down here. Again, I'm going up in my contract value. I did not actually cash out or sell this week, just because if we're changing to dogs, I'm cool with what I have right now in terms of availability. I think I have about 43 drip BUSD LPs waiting to plop into the drip BUSD pool, which will be changed to dogs. So that'll change up, and then I'm just going to keep leveraging my piggy bank strategy to earn pigs that way as well. And I'll probably throw some BUSD in that pool if that's available to earn pigs that way. If and when this thing finally launches. So again, not trying to pile on Forex Shark, but again, when I see her and read that we're delaying already again, it's just not a good look at all. But it is what it is, and we're in it to win it, and we're risking it for the biscuit. We risk it for the biscuit, right? So anyway, that's gonna do it. Listen, be kind to people, be kind to be kind to Forex Shark too. Again, you can speak honestly and still be kind, right? I mean, dude is working hard to make us all money. I wouldn't really, hammer on them too hard, because again, stop putting capital in. Don't do it. Sell. Sell your pigs or your dogs at 90%. Get out of the whole thing. Start cashing in. It's more for us, right? More for me. So anyway, that's gonna do it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It is beautiful here in Michigan. I mean, just a beautiful weekend we've had. So. Be generous to people. Tip well. Right Drip Network when you're out there tipping. Again, hang in there if you can. I think it'll be good long term, but again, not financial advice, because I'm not your financial advisor, and your dislikes don't really hurt all that much. Have a very, very good rest of the week, and we'll talk to you next week.